some breaking news now. The Deputy Assistant Secretary for Israeli-Palestinian Affairs at the US State Department, Andrew Miller, has resigned. He's citing family reasons and said if it weren't for family responsibilities, he would have stayed on to fight for what he believes in. Multiple officials have resigned from the State Department over the Biden administration's stance on the war in Gaza. Well, let's go to Marwan Bishara, Al Jazeera's senior political analyst. He's joining us now from Paris. Marwan, Andrew Miller has been a skeptic of the administration's approach to this conflict from this beginning. His colleagues are saying that he would have fought for his beliefs if he felt he could have. I see he's saying he hasn't seen his family hardly in the last 8 months. He's not the first to resign, but certainly the most senior, I understand, with this portfolio?
Well, look, I mean, judging from the Washington Post reporting on his resignation, clearly there's more to it than family obligations. Clearly, this is a thankless job to be a State Department official presided on by Secretary Antony Blinken, who basically has manipulated and monopolized decision-making in a way that left very little room for the, for the diplomats who've been working there for decades or for years, or the specialists within the State Department. If you're not a hardcore Zionist in Blinken's State Department, there's no point being there. If you're not passionate about supporting Israel, or have been paid in order to support Israel, or have been appointed through some kind of an AIPAC arm of some sort, or some kind of those, Washington insider groups that are meant to be supportive of Israel, then it's a terribly thankless job, because if you thought 37,000 people killed by Israel with the support of the United States is taking place and you can do nothing about it, well, what's the point of being there?
Marwan, this is coming as a bit of a blow, surely, to others who've been trying to change policy from within. I see a number of officials who've resigned, not just from the State Department, but also the Pentagon, other parts of government. They've been trying to come together in recent weeks. Is that likely to make any sort of a difference?
If you remember, we've seen many different statements, people signing them, not exactly, officially or publicly, a lot or incognito, because of how this could translate in terms of their, future careers in Washington. So it's not surprising to me that Miller and others would quit. What's surprising to me is that dozens of others are not quitting. Because seriously, we haven't seen anything as suspicious, as thankless as Biden-Blinken's policy on Gaza, whereby the Biden administration and its officials are continuously humiliated by their junior partners in the Israeli government, who until a couple of days ago, humiliating the Biden administration, cooking up lies about arms supplies, trying once and again to humiliate the Biden administration in a way to prepare perhaps for a Trump administration, when in fact Blinken has done so much for Netanyahu and his government of fanatics. You would think that Blinken would have probably been Israel's Secretary of State, not America's.
Marwan Bishara, Al Jazeera senior political analyst there. Thank you for sharing your thoughts on this, Marwan.